The hair gets worse and worse as I go on, but wanted to make one more video. I'm going to tag myself. I'm going to do a 20 questions get to know you. This is just driving me crazy. I'm going to do a 20 questions get to know you type video. Uh, I'm going to take 15 questions that my friend Michelle on here, and Borahona 3, did. And I'm going to round it out with 5 questions I found someone else do, and make that into 20 questions. And I hope I can get this done in 15 minutes. Won't be any doll facts on this one. Just get to know me. And I'm sure dolls will be involved anyway, right? Okay. Now, start with the simpler, less in depth questions. What is my favorite brand of makeup? I would have to say a drugstore would have to be Neutrogena, and uh, Clinique would have to be my high-end favorite. But basically, I've been using a few new Clinique things just as skincare, not makeup. Favorite colors? When I was really little, I liked black, but then I liked red. I still like red, but I also like pink. Those would be my favorite colors. Okay. What is your favorite moisturizer? It would have to be drugstore Aveeno Lifting and Firming, the most moisturizing foam with the SPF 30, and very dramatically different moisturizing gel now. I've been using the gel by Clinique for once in a while, those dry spots that pop up out of nowhere because when you have oily skin, you don't usually have too many dry spots, even at my age so far. Okay, are you into ghost hunting? I had to throw that one in. No, I don't actually ghost hunt, but I am into ghosts in general. And I did say something last video about not too much good programming on television. I do like Arts and Entertainment's Paranormal State. That's coming out this Sunday. Going to be the first new season. So looking forward to that. And I do like that, and I'm interested. And sometimes I go listen to people give talks about ghost hunting, but I don't actually do the ghost hunting myself. Any phobias? I am deathly afraid of escalators. And when I'm in the mall, if I really absolutely have to use one, I will, but I hunt out the elevators as much as I can. I'm not crazy about escalators. So there's the 5 kind of surface questions. Now we're going into some more in depth. What is your fondest childhood memory? Well, my fondest childhood memory would have to be, I believe it was my 5th birthday, and I am born in January. So I've mentioned I grew up in southern New Hampshire. In southern New Hampshire in January, quite often you're going to have a snowstorm. So on my 5th birthday, there was a snowstorm, and I have 6 nieces and nephews who are very close to my age, and they would normally be the attendees at my birthday party, and they were not able to attend because of the snowstorm. So my mother took some of my dolls, the larger ones like Susie Smart, and I can say their names so you don't know who they are, and sat them around the kitchen table, and they were the attendees at my 5th birthday party. So that is definitely one of my most fondest memories by the doll crazy woman. Do you have a quirky habit? Yes. My quirky habit is I talk to myself almost all the time. Someone tried to almost fired me off a job once because I talked to myself, and they found that very odd. I'll talk to myself. I'll be driving in the car. The kids will be in the back seat. I won't be talking out loud, but my mouth will be flapping. I'm talking to myself. I was what you would call a virtual only child. I have 4 sisters. They were all very much older than I am. They're 13. One has deceased, passed away, but they were all 13, 17, 19, and 21 years older than I am. So I pretty much grew up as an only child. And so who do you have to talk to when you're only child? If you're not talking to your dolls, you're talking to yourself. So that's my quirky habit. I talk to myself a lot. All right, do I play sports? No, I don't play sports. I never played sports in an organized way, but I did play baseball and football and hockey in my neighborhood growing up in an informal way with my neighbors. And I was a very good goalie. I have to say that. Favorite book. Favorite book would have to be Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, which was Michelle and Borjona III's favorite book also. I love that book, and I just got my daughter into reading that this summer. If you could invent something, what would it be? Yikes. I didn't really think about that. Um, I don't know. How about an instant neck sucker? That'd be a good invention without having to have surgery, huh? If you could own your own business, what would it be? I talked to Michelle about this. Uh, we both have an interest in forensic science. I went through a phase where I really kind of was interested in becoming a mortician. Believe it or not, I really was. Somebody actually said to me the other day, that kind of goes along with the dolls. Kind of does in a freaky kind of way when you think about it. I was really interested in it. I got involved in a bereavement team at a church I belonged to, and really was seriously thinking about it. But you know, we have a lot of kids, my husband and I, that we financially and otherwise have to take care of. So it kind of didn't become a priority. So what do you do? Didn't go down that path. That's okay. I'm fine with it. Someone you admire that doesn't know you. I would have to say someone that you're probably going to be shocked, but somebody that I admire that doesn't know me. This would be a famous person. The first person that really comes to my mind is Gene Simmons of the Kiss band. Are you shocked? You know why? That man is the best father to his children and husband, though he's more or less just common law, but husband to his wife than you would ever find anywhere else. He is a terrific role model, and he's been there for his kids throughout their whole growing up. They're pretty much grown now, but he's a great man, and that's who I admire, Gene Simmons, and a lot of people don't know that about him. Okay, a talent you wish you had. I wish I could play the piano. I took some lessons as an adult, but never really seriously. And that's something, yeah, definitely I wish I could play the piano. I guess that's a talent. Or maybe dance better. I don't know. Something you wish you'd known 2 years ago. Oh boy. Well, I can tell you something I wish I'd known. I don't know. Many years ago. I guess I would just wish I'd known you really have to be true to yourself, and and be careful, and don't be afraid to say no to somebody. And even recently I experienced that. I said yes to something I shouldn't have, and then I ended up going into a little menopause rage and having to change some things. And I should have just said no in the first place, and it never would have happened. So don't be afraid to say no, and don't be afraid to really think about things before you do it, because in the long term, it could affect you. Um, what do you feel? Oh, what do you do to feel centered or relaxed? I watch YouTube videos about beauty. I watch TV shows about ghosts. What else do I do? I take naps. I don't know. Relax the naps. That's centered. I don't know. Um, I just leave it there. That's what I do. Who is someone in your life who makes you feel loved? That would have to be my husband, Danny. He is a very good husband, and he's very supportive of me in all the crazy aspects of my life. And it seems like it gets crazier and crazier as time goes on. The most interesting place you've been and why? I would probably have to say in 1989, I had the opportunity to go to Portugal, and Fatima specifically. I was actually on a pilgrimage, and that was very interesting. And it was really nice to see, the culture and everything about the area. It was terrific. And if I could, I'd go back, but don't see that in my near or far away future coming up. 3 books. Oh boy. 3 books I should have. Didn't look that one up too well. 3 books you can't wait to read. Well, there are some books. I tend to start reading books and then not finishing them. And one of them is, I'll write down below the names of the books. One is Look Me in the Eye. It's I actually, one of my sons has Asperger syndrome, and it's a book about a man who had Asperger syndrome. Who has, you don't. It's a form of autism. You don't outgrow it or get cured of it. He has it, and he went on to grow up and raise a family, and it's a cool book. Look Me in the Eye, because that's what, if you have Asperger, you don't want to look people in the eye. That's one of your things. So that's a really good book. I want to finish that. And I can't. I'll have to look and write down below two other books. I'm always reading a lot of books and not finishing them. And I do read. I read autobiographies, biographies, and nonfiction. I'm not too much into fiction. Okay. A cherished keepsake that you will keep forever will be any of one of my dolls. And any of my dolls from my childhood. And the first one that comes to mind is probably that TheDolldonna doll I showed you, the one that my daughter brought to kindergarten and the little boy broke, and then I managed to fix. Any of my dolls. If there's ever a fire, God, I just shoot myself. I wouldn't know who to take besides my real live breathing kids. Who you drag out, who knows. And this is the last question. Something you really want to do or see before you die. Ooh, before you die. Well, let's see. Really do or see. I don't know. I know, I think I would like to go to Canada. My ancestors are from Canada. I know you're going to say, some people said, you couldn't possibly be. Canada's not been around enough. Long enough. My grandfather's family is from Quebec. My mother's side and my father's side, both sides, they're originally from Quebec. They came to Nashua, New Hampshire because there was a paper mill and they were looking for work and a better life. And I'd love to, retrace some of my roots maybe and go to Quebec. So that's something I'd like to do. Okay, get to know me video, not too long. Tag myself. Wrap it up. No doll facts. Talked about dolls, so similar. Have a great day, and this will be it for me for today. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.